middle of nowhere, but sometimes some cities are just really neat to spend time in.
Yeah. I wanna I wanna get to Toronto at some point still. Newfoundland just to see. And just because on my road trip to the East Coast, we just didn't go up that far because it would have taken too long.
Yeah.
Just have time. And then I want to get out to Vancouver. Like I've been as far west as Revelstoke for snowboarding, like
Uh,
in the mountains there. But I want to see the ocean on the other side, then
yeah.
like get up to the Yukon or something,
Yeah. Yeah, the Yukon would be cool.
and somewhere
Um,
with muskox.
yeah. Yeah, to see muskox in the wild, and you see photos of them, that'd be a bizarre sight. It's
Yeah.
just barren white, and then you see this clump of these weird, like, Chewbacca animals. I don't know how there's big furry things clumped together, and they're just huddled up, staying warm out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. I have a friend of mine that works for Perimeter Airlines, and so it's just like a small airline based out of Winnipeg, and it flies like to all the remote communities and stuff like that. So he'll be up in like a Iqaluit and all that, and I'm just
No,
like, ah, that's so cool.
man, I was in a hostel in, where was it? I think it was in Chile, and one of the guys there, like this kid was traveling around, and I was chatting with him, and he was 19 or something, and his dad, he's from Sweden or Switzerland or something, and his dad was a pilot,
Yeah.
and I think he retired. So the kid, he still got until he's 20, is either 21 or 25. He got unlimited like free flights, like that was the deal.
Oh,
So he's like, oh yeah, he's like in Chile, and he's like, oh, I'm flying home to Sweden or Switzerland or whatever it was for Christmas, and then when I'm down, I'm flying back to Brazil or something. So I was like, oh man, that's the biggest, one of the bigger expenses, or what sort of prevents you from traveling, is buying plane tickets.
yeah.
So if you had those just in your pocket, holy smokes.
Yeah. I'll just marry somebody who works for an airline, and then I'll be set.
Yeah. Yeah, I've met lots of pilots and stuff on traveling, and flight attendants and stuff, and yeah, they get to, this one girl, she's like, oh, I'll just hop on a booster seat. That's what I guess they call them, just a spare seat. I'll see what booster seat's available, and that's how I'll get home. Lucky.
Yeah.
Okay, Katmai is in Alaska. Thanks, East Ender. Some big bears in Alaska. Those coastal browns, they're ginormous. It's tough to read in these waves.
Yeah. Friend of mine did like a 6-month internship with U.S. Fish, Wildlife and Fisheries, Fish and Wildlife. I don't know, something like that, out in Alaska, and she's had some unreal photos.
Yeah,
Like she didn't get paid anything though; they just paid, but she didn't have any expenses. She just kind of like worked for them and got fed and sheltered by them, and just saw so many cool things.
really. Well, everybody says they like when they go to Alaska how beautiful it is and how friendly the people are, and yeah, that's on the list as well. I'll get up there someday. I want to do that road. What's the? You almost, I think you get into the Arctic Circle. It's like up into northern Canada. I can't remember what the road's called.
I know the one you're talking about. One of the artists that came through town did it with that Art Express thing,
Oh,
like the mobile art studio.
yeah.
'Cause they went up to Yellowknife and where else? I don't even know, but yeah,
I like road trips, so that'd be right up my alley.
yeah.
Oh, we got a whale on your side. They're thinned out a little. I'm not seeing as much. We'll relocate in a bit. If they're not hanging out here anymore, then there's no sense hanging out in a spot with potential buffering. So we'll take a cruise, maybe go check out the mouth, and then if that's unsuccessful, a port, and then maybe back up the cockles. Get kind of a game plan going. Yeah, I think it does pay to work at an airline if you love to travel. it's
Yeah.
it's the way to go. We're getting, I think, the odd whale creeping up under the boat. Still got a couple pictures pop up there. They're just cruising by. We're not seeing them. Oh, there's a few back there. Yeah, maybe we'll head towards the mouth, and there's a group actually right over there too. Oh, the Alcan Highway, maybe? Is what Valley Flowers is saying?
That sounds possible.
Yeah, so like it goes basically until it just stops, right? Like it only goes so far, and you get into the Arctic Circle. I even think there's like a big sign or something saying you are entering the Arctic Circle, or you are as far north as you can go, or something like that. Where I feel like I got the name of the place on the tip of my tongue, but yeah, it might be the Alcan Highway.
I was kind of hoping that Hudson Bay was fed by the Arctic Ocean, not the Atlantic, just so I could say I'd seen it, but
Oh,
oh well.
yeah. Excuse to get up there.
Yeah.
That's on my list again, is to get up to go dive with the narwhals.
Mm.
Yeah, I think that would be another one of those experiences, like
Yeah.
holy crap moments.
The first ocean I saw was almost the Indian Ocean.
Really?
I was like 50 kilometers away from the border.
Oh man, that would have been a good one.
Yeah.
The diving there is supposed to be unreal.
Yeah.
And it's extremely buoyant, isn't it? Like, or it's saltier than
I think so.
the reefs. I've heard they're really nice. Is it the Indian Ocean that's super salty?
Are you thinking of the Dead Sea?
Yeah, but I thought maybe the Indian is like more. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just mixing it up too.
Yeah. So Indian Ocean's like on the east side of Africa, up to
Yeah.
like in that pocket.
I know. I want to go to Socotra Island and Madagascar and all those places up there.
Yeah. There's so many places to see.
Socotra Island. It looks like. I encourage people at home to Google images of that place. If you had somebody sit down and draw a picture of what it might look like on Mars if it had plants, it's Socotra. Most of the plant and animal species on that island are only found there. Nowhere else in the world. It's a really weird place. It's off the coast of Yemen.
We've got a couple following now.
There we go. A few joining us. Looks like a little calf there, and I don't know. That's just a really dark juvie. Oh no, it is a calf. Water's still looking really good.
Here comes one. Say hello. Yeah. Definitely gotten a lot better at seeing minute color differences this summer.
Yeah. The little haze just under the water.
Yeah.
I always wondered when you're on a boat and people like if you're fishing or something and you're out in the ocean and they're like, there's a dolphin or there's a ray, or it's like, how are you seeing this stuff? But your eyes just get trained for it, right?
Mm-hmm.
You spend countless hours staring at the ocean. You notice if all of a sudden there's something off about what you're looking at. Because even when those guys see it and they're pointing it out to you, sometimes you're unable to pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
Lori's wondering what was your favorite spot that you've ever gone to? It's always a tough one.
That's not a fair question. Favorite spot? Favorite spot? It's so hard. There's just so many things that have so many pros and cons. For seeing wildlife, 100% Kruger National Park.
Really?
That was unreal. That or S.A. Lombard, like the nature reserve I was staying on. It was closed to the public. There weren't any big cats or anything like that, but so you could like go out for a run at night and all that.
Oh.
But you'd still see like bat-eared foxes running around, some smaller cats. Like you'd start a stampede of zebras and like wildebeest by just going out for a run. Like
Yeah. What
That
kind
was super
of crazy
cool.
stuff did you see in Kruger then that was different?
Leopard,
Oh
cheetahs,
man, yeah,
hyenas, lions,
that'll do it.
elephants, rhinos, black and white rhinos.
Really?
Yeah, and then just like a bunch of different antelope species that we didn't have at our reserve.
What are the rhinos like to look at? That's got to be sort of
Big.
intimidating.
Yeah. We yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Kruger as my favorite place. Um, yeah, they're big. We saw two little ones kind of team up together to stand their ground against a big one, which was pretty cool. It was probably like almost twice their size,
Really?
and they're like, "No, we want to drink here. We're just gonna stay here." They just went shoulder to shoulder, and the other rhino was like thinking about charging and like backing off, and they ended
Really?
up leaving them.
Well, you wonder those rhinos, like who's gonna win? You know, like no, like how is anybody the winner after a scrap? With
Mm-hmm.
those big horns on their face.
Yeah,
If any of them make contact, that's just gotta suck.
yeah,
Oh, we got one whale behind us. Yeah, I'd love to go to Africa. I had a trip planned out, kind of in mind. I still want to do it, and it'd just be such a cool experience to go there and see all the wildlife. And
yeah.
here we go. Got another group hanging out with us now. Lori said she went to Tunisia.
Tunisia.
Is that in Africa?
I don't know. I heard the name, but I know nothing of it.
I think that's how you pronounce it. She said it was really interesting. Yeah,
If-
Brooks Camp. Jurgen
if-
posted is that an image?
If Cape Town wasn't so dangerous, I'd love to live there. Cause you've got the ocean and the mountains and like this nice bowl,
Yeah.
and like people just they call them like sundowners, and they just climb up King's Head Peak every like Friday night or whatever to watch the sunset. So it
Really?
only takes about an hour or so to get up there.
That's cool.
Then you got Table Mountain, and you get like the tablecloth, because like the clouds will form right on top of the mountain as you're climbing up.
Oh, I think I've seen pictures of that. It looks fake.
Yeah.
Look at these big guys here, Holy, pulling up beside us on the port side.
Yeah.
I've heard well, just based off of my main buddy there from South Africa, and then some of his friends I've been introduced to. They all seem like they're just hardcore like athletes. They like to be as outdoors as much as possible. Like they're always doing stuff. Rugby's like a big deal over there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so yeah, it was a link that we got to the live cam for the bears. So click on that if you guys are interested in taking a peek.
It's the third time I've been showered by beluga snot today. Got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 now.
Holy yeah. I was just trying to figure out the laptop here. It loaded a different page, and I looked at the message board. I was like, I don't recognize any of those names.
Make that the 4th time I've been showered by beluga snot today.
Yeah, we got a nice little pack. Little pod of whales behind us. Little calf there. Okay, yeah, Tunisia is in North Africa. Just across from Sicily.
Okay.
Lori got to go there too, she said. but the belugas are really rivaling a trip abroad, she says.
Come to Churchill, it's worth it.
Yeah, they're pretty amazing. Oh, we got some good on-deck images of the whales that just stopped by. Still a couple of them underneath us, I think. Yeah, there we go. There's one of them coming up. One behind, I think a little calf. Yeah. Little cutie
Tiniest
there.
little spray, just boop. It's amazing how much they grow.
Yeah. Yeah, from seeing the little ones and then seeing it alongside a big male or something.
Yeah. It almost seems like you could pick a little one out of the water with one hand. Like.
Yeah. Yeah, there was 100 to 150 pounds maybe, something like that.
Yeah.
Just tiny.
They almost look like a seal.
Haven't seen a seal for a while now. We were seeing a few, like, I don't know, it seemed like every couple days or something we'd see one or a couple, or when they were feeding especially.
Yeah.
And we seen that bearded seal. And now I haven't spotted any for a while.
Yeah, I think my friend saw one the other day, but I haven't seen one since, like, I want to say July.
Yeah.
Like, they used to just hang out at the beach behind the complex all the time. There'd be one or two there at night. And then, like, one used to hang out on the beach just right there by the docks.
Oh. Yeah, we seen that one, I guess once or twice, kind of near launch. We're getting closer to the mouth here. You can see the red buoy in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
Still have that little calf falling behind us. Well, that's a couple there pulling up. 3. Man, I'm surprised that calf's back there for this long. It's still right,
Yeah.
right in the middle.
Just feeling brave with all his friends around.
Yeah. I don't know how protective the mothers are. Like, I'd imagine, just like anything, if they feel threatened first, they'd probably just try to get away. And I'm guessing they'd defend themselves and their calves if they had to. But they just generally, from what I've kind of witnessed this summer, they spend the least amount of time with the boat. Usually they'll come by and check us out, and then they're the first to take off. Maybe just to satisfy the curiosity of the little one. But this one's hanging out for a while. And then I was surprised actually that they're coming by. The people at Sea North 2 were saying they were surprised just that I was having them swim underneath me yesterday. Got one just at the prop in the back. That's a big one actually. Just going by the buoy here. It's weird. It seems like it's sitting pretty stationary for the waves hitting it. Eh? It's like
Yeah.
not moving at all.
It's a weird day with the water, that's for sure.
Pardon?
It's a weird day with the water, that's for sure.
Yeah.
No breeze, big waves, clear water.
Yeah. At least today it's nice and warm and sun's out.
Yeah.
Lots of whales. A little calf that just won't go away. Look at him. Right up behind the boat there. Do you have any, just seeing the comment here from Sergeant Pepper, snorkeling with the manatees. I'd love to see a photo of that. Oh. It's a good shower. If you had one, that'd be cool. Saying they seem similar to the belugas and like how curious or how friendly they are.
You were lucky you were facing away from that
Yeah,
one.
I know. I just got it all over my legs.
My face is totally coated right now.
I got an image, I think, of the calf that was poking up. Yeah, they're still sticking with us.
That one didn't even seem like it let out air. It just
No, I know, it just popped up and went right back down.
came up because it wanted to.
Oh, there, I wasn't facing away that time.
Gonna need a shower after this one.
Yeah. Yeah, getting it good today. Oh, that day after we got off the water when Carlin was here and the belugas, I was so paying attention to the whale, like biting my camera and stuff and how close it was. I just wouldn't look, and all of a sudden you see the blowhole open right in front of your face and right in your face. And for the rest of the day, like if the wind kind of just breezed at me, I could smell the fishy beluga breath on my face still. Yeah, they got a stinky breath.
That's hilarious.
I know what are you saying? They're wondering when we're going to drop something in the water. We're right around that area where I think we spent most of the time yesterday. Just doing laps around here. Maybe it's the same group. They're wondering when I'm going to hop in.
That little one's really loving the boat.
Yeah. I was just thinking the next time I might need to get a extension on my snorkel, because I kept looking down and looking around trying to see him, and every time your snorkel gets filled with water. We'll go just a little bit further downstream here, there, then I think I'll flip around and then we'll go back up. I can see some along the shoreline over there.
If you can swing the budget, you should do full out scuba diving with the belugas.
I know, man, that's the goal. I would really want to try that. I just go and get in a group like where there's lots and just sink right down to the bottom, or it just, you know, when you get neutral buoyancy, you just sit there and see what they do.
Yeah.
I think if you did it a few, you know, like spent enough time down there and you weren't flailing around or nothing, they'd probably, hopefully warm up to you.
Yeah.
Wonder what the heck you're doing down there. But you'd get to spend, you know, like an hour or something down with them. That'd be unreal.
Yeah.
Definitely need a dry suit though.
Yeah.
The water would be so much, there's a lot over there. The water would be so much colder, being deeper.
Yeah. Like, they probably wouldn't, but I want to say they'd almost be like concerned that you were sinking.
Yeah.
And like trying to lift you back up. You're like,
Yeah,
you
no
don't
kidding.
belong down here. What are you doing?
Yeah. Quiet day out here today, not a lot of Sea North boats. They might be out in the bay too. And I think actually they might have dropped some people off for a tour.
Yeah, I think there was a tour scheduled this morning.
Yeah. Haven't heard anything on the radios.
Got a group joining us. One, two, three, 4, 5.
Cool.
Here we go. We've got 2 underneath us.
Oh, and I got one up alongside me too. I could tell now the tide's turned, eh?
Yeah.
With the water.
What time are we out here until today?
We'll head in around 1:45-ish. It's a big tail in front of us there. Oh, look at this big one, holy. Got a
One's
few
checking
with
me
us
out
now.
here, swimming on its side. So we got 4?
Pardon?
There's like 4 down here right now.
Yeah, there's a few off to my side as well. Yeah, there's some big adults here now. Holy.
That water's definitely getting colder.
Lori's asking about the calves, how long they're with their mothers. They get weaned it's around 2 years, I believe. And then I'm not sure if they'd remain in the group, like, if they have their kind of little family group or not, but that's at least when they get weaned. Wow, we got quite a bit around us. They're all heading all over the place. Oh, look at that group there. We're gonna turn around and go check them out. That's a lot of whales.
We got a lot right behind us too.
Yeah.
There's 1, 2, 3, like 8.
Oh. Found where they all went, I guess, eh? Here comes Sea North 2 now. Oh, they got a lot just right up at the launch there, hey?
Oh,
Looks
yeah.
like there's quite a few whales right where they take the boat in to go to the fort.
This pair of sweatpants is just soaked. I've been like drying my hand off on it.
Oh, my phone's been getting wet. I didn't realize that. Well, I don't know where they all went now. Holy, they just vanished. We had a lot behind us and a lot in front of us. There's one there. You got Sea North 2 going to be coming up on the starboard side. See if they pop over to say hi. Remy hasn't said anything on the radio yet.
It'd be cool to have a bird's eye view like that from the top of the sea.
Oh, I know. I'm sure he sees a lot being up there.
Just telling them all about us.
Yeah. Yeah, we got